Today we're going to talk about different methods of factoring. So the first method we have here is the greatest common factor. To do this, all you do is write down the factors of your numbers. You pick out the largest one that's common in between all of them, and then you use that largest factor and divide it by the polynomial that was given. So example, this number 1 here, we have 3, 27, and 9. So the first thing I'm going to do is write down the factors. So 3 has 1 and 3, that's all. 27 has 1 and 27, and 9 and 3. And then 9 has 1 and 9, and then 3 times 3. So those are my factors. The biggest one between all of them is going to be 3 here. So that means that I take a 3 out of this polynomial. So I'm going to write down the 3, and now if I take 3x cubed divided by 3, then that's just going to leave me with an x cubed. Then I take 27 divided by 3, that's going to be 9x squared. And then I take a 3 out of 9, 9 divided by 3 is 3x as well. Now if you look at this, you'll see that we also have an x common in between all of these. So I'm also going to take out an x. So I have the 3 that's already taken out, and I'm going to take out this x. So x cubed divided by x is x squared. X squared divided by x is just an x. And then x divided by x is 1, so just that x there. And now this is in factored form. We'll do another one. Number 2 here, real simple. We have 3, which has factors of 1 and 3, and then 12, which has 1 and 12, 4 and 3, and then 6 and 2. Again, my biggest common factor here is the number 3. So I'm going to take a 3 out. So 3x divided by 3 leaves me with an x, and then negative 12 divided by 3 leaves me with a negative 4. And you'll notice that I take that negative sign as well. So that's a negative 12 divided by 3. It doesn't turn into a positive 4, as you can tell there. So make sure that you take care of whatever sign is attached to it as well. We're going to do another one. Let's jump down to number 5 here. Let's zoom in a little bit too. So number 5 here, we have x squared y cubed plus xy. Well, if you look at this expression here, this first part has an x squared and a y cubed. The second part only has an x and a y. So the biggest number that I could take out is an x and one y. The reason I can't take out an x squared is because this is the only term that has an x squared. This second one over here does not have an x squared. So the biggest number I can take out is the x and the y. And now with that x and the y, if I take an x out of x squared, that leaves me with just an x. And then a y out of y cubed leaves me with y squared. Plus, I have xy divided by xy, and anything divided by itself is 1. So the factors form of x squared y cubed plus xy is xy times xy squared plus 1. Another way you can check your answer is multiply it back through. So I have xy times xy squared. Well, that gives me x squared, y cubed. And take xy times 1, which is xy. So that checks out that those are, in fact, equivalent factored forms of one another. So now I want you to try numbers 3, 4, and 6.